Buttons broken. Sandbox Boys, episode 2. The button's already broken. Welcome in.
Welcome to Sandbox.
I think we got a good one for you today. I'm Hop.
I'm Keaghan.
We're the Sandbox Boys. This is our domain. This is our sandbox.
Play around a little bit.
Hope you brought your buckets and shovels and do some digging.
Build some castles.
Hell yeah, dude.
Build our own castles.
Woo, from the ground up.
We got a good one in store for you today.
Yeah, what are we talking about? What's on the board?
So on the agenda, we've got 4th of July weekend activities,
Okay.
which always good. We have then next up Hoosier Horrors. We have a wild
favorite.
story from Utah. Shout out Mitch. Hope that this doesn't pertain to you.
Woo.
And then we're going to get into some USA World Lacrosse. Talk about them getting the gold, all that type of stuff.
Nice.
All that stuff coming up.
I love
But
lacrosse.
first, I want to talk about 4th of July.
All right.
4th of July is like the best time of year, in my opinion, other than Christmas. It's the Christmas of summer, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, one of the dudes I work with, his name's Trey. He said 4th of July is easily his favorite holiday. He was like, dude, it's the best.
It's incredible.
And I'm like, I guess, but it's the same. Like, the only difference between that and like Labor Day or Memorial Day, what do all those have in common? Beer, probably out on the water.
Beer, grilling,
maybe
and
playing some yard
outdoors.
games. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's all the same shit. It's all just hanging out with the boys, with the family.
Yeah,
right?
but this one's freedom.
Yeah, it's freedom, and it's got fireworks. So, like,
Yeah.
that.
Fireworks, and if you take it up a notch, you have Tannerite.
Yeah, it's like it's like the Super
So-
Bowl for America.
Yeah. You know what Tannerite is, right?
No.
Tannerite's like an illegal explosive that you can buy, and you can like pack into stuff and then shoot it. And it
Time
explodes.
out, pause, rewind, add to the agenda. There's a legal explosive I can buy
Yeah, Tannerite.
at where, dude? Ace Hardware? Like Menards carries this? What?
Last 4th of July, where did I check? Where did I go? I think I went to Cabela's and I asked them if they had any, and they did not. But I think that you can
Tannerite.
get it at like big game stores.
What is it? Like, is it an actual just like bomb, or is it like a
I don't
firework?
know. I don't know. Gibb is who turned me on to it. Gibb's the one that
dude.
Gibb's the one that
Pissed
told me
me
about
off
it.
already.
Because last year when we went to his property, we were gonna get some, but I couldn't find any. Neither could anybody else.
Gibb. For context, Gibb is this guy that we went to college with, and he's like the total definition of outdoors mountain jack man. Like,
Yeah.
he not a super jacked burly guy, but like he's actually
outdoorsy.
really
as
built
hell.
like me. But he's the dude who, like, you've probably seen it. It was a viral clip. He shoots a bow and arrow with his feet. He has arms and hands, but he just can, so he does, and he shoots
Yeah.
it with his feet. And he's like the type of guy that would like hit a deer between the eyes hanging out the sunroof of a car or something. Like, he's that good.
Yeah, he's good as shit.
He's legit.
He also has that really funny video where when he went turkey hunting this last time.
How do you say this? Tamarite?
Tannerite.
Tanner.
I think it's Tanerite.
IT.
Tannerite.
Two ends. Tannerite reflective rifle targets. What? Tannerite.
Yeah, I know it
legal
explodes.
Explosive.
I know it explodes. I saw somebody on social media yesterday, actually. They were out in a field with some people, and they were blowing up a washing machine with Tannerite. And so they took the Tannerite, they packed it in this jug, they put it in the washing machine, and then they hopped in a golf cart. They drive, and I can't even remember who this was. They drive away, and then they're sitting there in the golf cart, and they take like 2 shots at it, and the washing machine goes, kabam! Just
Tannerite
explodes.
is the brand name of an explosive made from ammonium nitrate. Immediately red flag. Ammonium perchlorate. Ammonium Percocets are in this, dude. That's wild. And powdered aluminum.
I'm not a doctor or a scientist.
Ingredients
so I don't know what
that
any of
aren't
those are.
explosive on their own, but are explosive when combined. Oh,
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
if you're careful with it, you can have a lot of fun with it.
commercial
Yeah.
blasting, product testing, special effects, gender reveal parties. This is what they use at gender reveal parties?
I mean, some people do.
Dude. This whole time I thought it was just a balloon with like blue
So yeah,
baby powder.
Tannerite's great. I mean,
Alright.
freedom, you can blow stuff up. But here's the thing, like I just said, have to be responsible with Tannerite. I mean, it's fun to not be, but like
Yeah, sure.
general
whatever.
rule of thumb probably should be.
It's fine.
Well, I'll tell you what. Speaking of safety, over the weekend, so we went to this river camp of friends of ours in Lafayette,
Mhm.
and we're hanging out, and they had hired 2 bands to be there that weekend. So we're hanging out, and we're jamming, we're having food, cooking out, drinks, the whole 9. Great time. We are up on the deck, so we're looking down onto the band, and we are listening to fireworks all in the background because all these different river camp houses are shooting them off. Well, this one house, like three houses down, was shooting them, right? and they were shooting a lot of them, and they were big. I mean, these things were, they were exploding. And we're watching the band, and my dad beside me, because I wasn't really paying attention to the fireworks, my dad beside me goes, yeah, that one didn't go off right. And I go, what? And he goes, did you not hear that? And I go, no, dude, I'm listening to the band. And he's like, that firework did not go off right. So we turn around, and sure enough, dude, we turn around, and there's just a fire, like a bonfire-sized fire on this dude's dock where they were shooting fireworks off from. So I don't know if like their tower fell over. I don't know if it like landed and started, but then all of this smoke just starts rolling in from this fire, and we're like, that's not good.
Yeah, no,
that's not good. It lit his whole dock on fire. Hilarious.
Nice. What an idiot.
Crazy.
Like,
Crazy.
was it a genuine like misfire, or was it a misuse?
I don't
Like,
know.
did
We
he-
didn't see it. We just heard it, and it like he just said it didn't sound right. I guess it
saw-
was more of a fizzle than like a.
I saw a video from over the weekend. I'm sure it's an old one. People were just reposting it for the 4th, but it's like, I don't know. Anyway, firework goes off and it misfires, just like you're describing, just went to the sides, and like there's babies around, and and the moms are all grabbing the babies.
Oh, is this the one that goes off in the
And then it
in
hits
the
the
front
like
yard,
minivan and hits the car,
and it's
just,
all the other
dude,
fireworks and shit were over there.
That's
and,
like a
yeah.
Holy whoa, dude, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, crazy.
I'd like, yeah,
Crazy.
that's death.
Night work or Jesus Christ, fireworks are not for like stupid people. They're just
No.
not. Fireworks and stupid people just don't match.
Yeah, and
Fireworks and smart people sometimes don't even match, because like you can be as safe as you want and you set something off weird and it's like, well, now we have a lawsuit.
well, and the best part is every 4th of July, it's parents telling kids, no, stay back, no, don't, they're dangerous, blah blah, and parents are hammered, just over here, lighting off fireworks. Like, dude,
It's like, God, there's Uncle Jerry
yep.
out here just, no, it's cool, I got it. Hold my cig.
The
Hold my
worst.
cigarette.
I'll hold my beer.
Fuck it, I'm taking it with me.
Well, dude, your weekend sounds.
It was fun. It was a good weekend, but that
More
was like
eventful
that
than
was the
mine.
wildest thing that happened. I mean, we were floating and drinking all weekend, and it was awesome. And then that night,
So good.
we are having a great time, and their dock was not.
Their doc was not.
So
Yeah, I just worked the whole weekend.
yeah, you had something interesting happen though when you were at work, didn't you?
Well, yeah, a little casual Friday
Didn't
night
use
down on
Squidward.
Mass Ave.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you say about Squidward?
I said didn't use Squidward.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Friday night at the tap, closing, working the closing shift, bartender. I was just doing my thing, minding my business, and out of nowhere, this guy comes up to me at the bar, and he's like, he's a heavier set guy. That's gonna be a key detail to later.
Okay.
So, heavier set guy. He's wearing like what looks to be just normal clothes. He doesn't look like a home. We get a ton of homeless people that come in
Yeah.
asking
just
for
kinda
free
wandering,
meals,
Yeah.
wandering, asking tables for money. Like, it's the craziest shit. How shameless some of these people are. Which
It's downtown.
power to you, because like you gotta be in that when you're in that situation. But
Yeah,
damn,
but
dude,
that's
to
downtown.
walk into a restaurant and walk up and be like, money, please.
Money, please.
Yeah. Anyway, guy walks up to the bar and he's like, "Hey, man, I just got off work," and he's like got a backpack and he's flashing some name tag badge thing. I'm like just real quick too, and I'm like, okay, like I don't care about you getting off work. But
How was your day?
Yeah. How was, do you want a beer or not, dude? If not, bye. Like, see ya.
Yeah, really.
I'm not a good bartender. I'll stand by that.
I think that arguably makes you a very good bartender. Is you're here to give people drinks. You're not here to stand and chit chat. You're like, hey, do you want something? No, get out of my bar.
Yeah. I'll chit chat with you if you're buying drinks.
Yeah, if you're buying drinks.
But
Respect,
yeah, so yeah, he
respect.
walks up. He's like, "Hey, you know, blah blah blah. Just got off work. I'm new to the city. I just moved here. I'm still, scraping up money. Could you guys spare me a meal?" And I was like, "Look, man, like
Why'd he flash you a badge?
trying to show me that like he got off work or something, and I guess emphasize the point that he's new,
That he's not homeless?
he's from the city or new to the city, not from the
He's
city.
like, hey,
don't
I
know.
actually am working.
Yeah, so he's just weird. Flashes
That's odd.
name tag, tells me he's getting off work, tells me he just moved there, all that, asks for a free meal.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, well, I'd love to. Like, he's like, even just a side of fries, anything. I'm like, well, we don't give out free meals, brother. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's not my call.
I was like, we don't even do that for the homeless people that come in here. Like, I'm very sorry, but no, I can't. And he was like, well, are you a manager? First of all, doesn't matter. Second of all, yeah. JK, I said no. I was like, no.
I was like, when'd you get a promotion?
I promoted myself.
Yeah.
Made an executive decision on the spot. Should have, because our new manager, his name's Jake. He's not new to the company. He's new to our location. So he's from the Bloomington location.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. But he's new to the downtown hectic Mass Ave scene.
Sure.
So he hasn't dealt with something like this. At least it didn't look like it. And this guy's just talking to Jake for a minute, and Jake's finally just like, no, like, we don't give out food. Yes, I am the manager, and no, we don't give out free food. Bye.
Yeah.
This guy leaves.
Okay.
2-3 hours later, it starts piss pouring.
Oh, yeah, because it was raining all weekend.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about, like, it was just coming down like bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, right? This same guy, this same heavy-set guy, this is where that matters.
And how old is this guy? How old do you think he is?
Late 20s, early 30s.
So he's around our age.
Yeah, he couldn't be. He was no older than 35.
Okay.
No way.
Okay.
Same heavy-set guy. And the reason that detail matters, I don't got nothing against fat people. My grandpa was fat before he passed away. God rest his soul. Loved him. Great guy. Fat people are funny. They're the shit. This guy came in almost butt-ass naked. Soaking wet, dude. Like, you know how when girls get out of the shower and they don't dry off before they step on the shower mat and it just is sopping wet?
Yeah, sure.
That's him.
But why almost naked? Like, and how almost naked?
So, I don't know. So his clothes...
No, like how? Like, where were his clothes?
This is him. Like, that's him. Those are his boxers. Rolled up. Like, that's his bulge, dude. That's a bulge.
That's a willy.
In the tap. That's me saying, hey, you gotta leave immediately.
Looks like you're looking a little south there.
Yeah, so, well, fucking... Sorry, he's in there showing it off, and I just can't help myself. Like, I'm just, I'm dumbfounded.
But, so what's over his shoulder? Is that a backpack?
His backpack and his clothes.
What happened?
It started piss poor raining. He got soaking wet, and I think he's actually homeless and on drugs after this last encounter. And I don't know what the hell he was flashing me. Something he found at Goodwill, maybe? Salvation Army. Wheeler Mission's right across the street. Like, we get a lot of interesting company over at the tap. So, yeah, he comes in, sopping wet, and he's talking about, dude, I just got beat up. I got beat in the face. I got beat in the belly. Verbatim what he said to me. Beat in the face, beat in the belly. And I'm looking at him like, bro, no. The only thing I don't see any, like, bruise marks or I see stretch marks, dog. Sorry. That's all I see on you. I can't, like, no. Bye. You have to get out of this. You have to get out of the bar. You are almost naked. And he's like, no, I just need an ambulance. And I'm like, dude, if you don't want to be out in the rain, that's fine. You need an ambulance. We'll call an ambulance for you. I don't know what you're going to say to him, but, like, wait at least in the doorway where you're not in the restaurant and people aren't trying to eat looking at you. Like, it was insane. And he's, like, frantic. Like,
so he was telling you that he got beat up.
Yeah, and he's got nothing. Like, there's no marks on him. He just looks
and then
like
he comes back and he's still like, so now can I get a free meal? Is that what he was asking?
No,
or he was just coming in to get out of the rain?
He was just coming in. I think he was just
and
coming in to get out of the rain.
And you had already established a rapport with him.
I didn't establish any rapport. No rapport. Not a single bit. I don't think he recognized me when he walked back in.
Oh.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he was in a right state of mind.
Oh, man.
So, like, something wasn't right. So, manager, Jake, he called the cops.
So, did he stay until the cops came?
Yeah, two squad cars and an ambulance came and, like, talked to him outside. And he was out there for the next hour and a half, just standing in the rain, naked, damn near naked, talking to the cops in the ambulance. And, like, I don't know what ended up. I don't know where he ended up. I don't know if they took him or what. But
you haven't seen him since.
Haven't seen him since, thank God.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on there.
A
lot going on up top.
He just came out of nowhere and then came back again. And when he walked in damn near naked, like, the whole restaurant, it was like, and like, what?
If people didn't react like that,
and Griffin walks over immediately, and another guy who works there, and he's just talking to him, but the guy's not leaving. And I'm like, all right, I need to, like, I'm gonna go start.
The funniest part about that whole thing is that there's probably, like, people trying to, like, leave and get in from the rain.
Oh yeah, there's people walking in behind him.
There's people, like, walking in, and this is the first thing that they see is a guy in his boxers, soaking wet.
And they're not, like...
No, they're like, not boxers. Like, they're in the picture, like, you just, like...
Rolled up.
Like we just saw.
Sorry, guys. But, like, they are rolled up.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a sumo
That's
rap.
Hilarious, though. That's the funniest part about it is there's people that are like, God, get me out of here. And then there's another group of people that are like, get me in out of the rain. And then the first thing they see and the last thing they see are like, oh, dude, I got to...
stressed out talking about
Get me out of here.
It was, it was...
That's awesome.
Like,
Well, I hope dude's all right, but that is hilarious.
Me too. And if he did get beat up, maybe I feel a little bad, but like there was no signs of damage to this man. There was no indication that he was sober.
And I'm still looking at the picture like across you, and I'm dude, if I'm in that position, the first thing I'm doing, like if I'm in the rain, I get mugged, all my clothes are wet. Why'd you take your clothes off? Number one, if they're like why'd you do that?
Nobody wants to fight the naked guy.
Well, I mean, that could have been a strategy, but it only works if you can get all of your clothes off before
Quickly.
you get the shit kicked out of you.
I also want to add this. He was barefoot. He came back, like literally, he's just wearing his boxers in this picture.
So he
was barefoot, dog.
I mean,
like came back in with nothing
maybe he
on.
was trying the naked fighter thing, and he just didn't get the boxers off in time.
I think he was just tweaking, and he wanted to get out of the rain, and his clothes got super wet super fast. He's like, oh, I need to get them off. I need to go. And like he was tweaking. Like, bro's a geeker.
I mean, he could be, because the other thing, my original thought here was, well, if this happens to me, right, and I get potentially mugged in the rain, allegedly mugged in the rain, we'll go with that.
Sure.
Allegedly mugged in the rain. Why is my first reaction going to be to take my clothes off and walk into a restaurant?
Safe place, public place. Like, taking the clothes off part, I don't know. But if I'm getting beat up and mugged and jumped.
Clothes off?
That's what I just said. It doesn't make sense. That part. But running into the restaurant to get away from danger makes sense. That part makes plenty of sense.
That does. That makes sense for sure. But I'm still hung up on the clothes.
The only way that this is like okay and I'm in the wrong for not genuinely helping him is he actually got mugged. He actually just got off work.
Is if all of it was true.
If all of it was true and he was like sober, and his strat for running in naked was, if I run into a public place naked, people are going to know immediately something's wrong and that I need help, and they'll give it to me.
Well, yeah.
Strong strat.
Very strong.
But that's a big reach for all that to be true.
It's also a huge gamble.
Yeah,
and he's also lucky it wasn't a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, and he kept saying like, I don't want to fight any of you. I don't want to fight it. Whoa.
He's lucky he picked the tap.
Whoa.
And we're all lucky that there's no Chuck E. Cheese downtown. So, yay. Where's the applause button?
Chuck E. Cheese still in business?
Yes, it is. Chuck E. Cheese is still in business.
That almost went over my head.
Yes,
but yeah, he kept saying like, I don't even want to fight you guys. I just need like I don't want any trouble. I don't want to fight. I just want. Thank God you don't want to fight.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
And you're naked.
Well, yeah, and there's that.
And you're a big boy. I don't care how big or small you are. If you're naked, I don't want to fight.
Well, I thought you were talking about like the first time. I didn't realize you were talking about the second.
I don't want to fight naked.
No. And like I said, maybe that was his strategy, and he just didn't get the underwear off in time. And they're like, "Oh, we can still beat him up. He's not naked.
See,
he's in a swimsuit."
If he was trying to fight, it would have been a problem, because then I'm gonna have to get naked too.
You heard it here first. Hop has to fight people naked.
No, I have to fight naked people naked. It's only fair. I'm honest. I'm lying, bro. I'd chuck a friggin' Absolute watermelon bottle across the bar and hit him right in the face.
Is it even?
I'd be making a Papa Smurf cocktail and just
I
paint
feel
him
like
blue.
You definitely have a leg up if you fight somebody clothed and they are naked.
Yeah. First one being I have shoes on and I can just curb stomp the toes.
The toes.
Yeah. I stomp on his toes real hard, and then he's hopping on one foot, and I just ding, 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 ding. And then he looks like a rock'em sock'em robot at the end of this.
Do you live in Cartoon Network? Like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? I step on his toes. He goes, ow, wow, wow. And then I punch him in the face. Like, and then I go, and you just smack him in the face. Are you fucking
Oh, for sure, bro. That's exactly how my fights go.
Guzzles down some friggin' spinach and boonk, boonk.
Boom, boom, boom. Bow!
Oh, my God.
And when it happens, everyone who's around, you know what they see? You know, like in the old Batman movies when it would literally pop up, pow, on the screen?
Yeah,
that vision just
the comic book
pops
pow.
up in your face. Like you just see pow.
And there's a trumpet, just beer.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. And then when I win the fight, they play this.
Made it out of that one. Made it out of all of that.
Oh, shit.
Let's go find somebody else to fight naked.
Mm.
Oh,
dude.
man.
All right, can we get away from like the
please.
naked stuff?
Please, yes, please.
This guy's crazy.
Actually.
Oh my God. All right.
Not as crazy as him. So yeah, speaking of crazy, we're gonna talk about
You're talking about some like murder story, right?
a murder story.
Is that not what you had or no?
Well, I am, but I was also gonna talk about Evansville real quick.
Oh, what? Well,
So this happened back in the fall,
oh no.
and a lover's quarrel in Evansville lands a woman in jail.
Nah.
Drunk woman slams into ex's car several times in Evansville. Okay, so nothing extraordinary about that headline, right?
Sure.
Just wait, because she is big brain. Okay, she might be the biggest brain, arguably.
The girl,
Yeah, she might be the biggest brain.
the one
okay?
who might be in jail.
Yeah, because well, listen to think about the headline: drunk woman slams into ex's car several times in Evansville. All right, now just listen.
Okay.
Police say, and this is from 93.1 FM WIBC. It's from their website. Police say Ashley Stembridge had called her ex Saturday, drunk,
Yep.
saying that she had crashed her car. Okay, so she's been in a wreck. Please come help me, damsel in distress.
Okay.
When he got to where she was, she rammed her car into his several times. Then the two confronted each other, and she punched him in the face.
I'm waiting for the big brain part.
The big brain is she's like, yeah, I just got in a wreck. And he shows up and she just slams him.
For why? I'm so confused.
Hold on. So that's when the ex took off and she chased him, slamming into him several more times as he tried to escape. He called police during all this. Stembridge then slammed into a light pole. Oh my God. She told the cops she was 6 shots in a beer deep when they spoke with her at the scene.
Jesus.
They also found pot in her car, but pot doesn't make you do that. She was then taken to jail.
Can I get a why?
Well, see, that's the funny part is they don't list one.
So you just called her big brain because she used a lie that she knew would get her boyfriend to go to her?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million other lies.
Yeah, but then it just gets exponentially funnier whenever she's like, "Hey, I just got in a wreck," and he's like, "Oh man, I should probably like go help her out." And then she's like, "Yeah, I got in a wreck, and it's with you, bitch."
Yeah, that was future me calling you, by the way. Holy shit.
That's like the meme or like the video where that old guy's getting robbed outside his car. He's like, "Oh God, call an ambulance," but not for me. And he pulls out the gun. That's exactly what that's like.
What is
You know what I'm talking about?
wrong? Yeah, but what is wrong with like Evansville, man?
I don't know. There's some wacky shit going on there.
That is one of the most like
Hey, we made it out.
that is truly one of the most like Evansville stories I've ever heard. The only thing that's missing is, oh, she tested positive for meth.
Yeah.
Or like, can I get a picture of this girl? What's she look like?
I'll see if I can
Does
find
she have
one.
all her teeth? She might be using meth.
I'll see if I can find one. If I can find one, I'll put it in the video. But if I can't, then we'll just have to go without it. But yes, I will look for that after. Yeah, because she is she's something else. She's a little heartbreaker. She's out here breaking car parts and hearts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, find that picture and like just also dig for a why. We don't have to talk about it now, but like I need a why.
No, that's fine.
I need you to tell me that later in private.
I think that this is her picture here.
That's so stupid. Oh, not the right word.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is her. I mean, she doesn't look like right there on the right.
She doesn't look like
strung
what?
out.
She's using something. She looks a little worn down.
I mean, worn down, yeah, but that's different than strung out. I mean, my car's a little worn down, but it's not addicted to drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
It just kind of happens over time. You know what I mean?
Wow, dude.
So, you know.
I mean, okay, let me put this.
People get worn down. That's all I'm saying. People
Let
get
me
worn down.
rephrase. She looks worn down by substance. Like
There's a little bit of erosion going on here.
Ah,
And it has all happened inside of her veins. All right, we're going. We're going.
stop eating battery acid.
Yeah, we're going. So, yeah, that's a fun one that happened in Evansville.
That's so
We got some, and that was in the fall. Like I said, she was jailed. Don't know how long for, but just a quick, fun little blurb.
Shout out the hometown.
Don't piss off girls.
I'll never move back home.
Yeah.
Only
to coach lacrosse. That's the only way I would do it.
Yeah, if the Purple Aces got a D1 team and they offered me a 6-figure contract to be the head coach, yeah, I'd move back.
No, I'd go back and coach Memorial. That'd be cool. Coach my alma mater. That'd be pretty fun.
Won't catch me saying it.
But we're both happy with where we're at. We're both happy with the NC positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out North Central High School.
Yeah.
Good lacrosse team.
It's going to be fun.
So next, what
So don't you have something for us? Another Hoosier horror?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, this isn't like yeah.
Or maybe it's not a Hoosier horror. Maybe
it's a Hoosier
else.
horror because it's horrific that he's able to do this, and he's the only reason it's Hoosier related is because this guy's from Indiana, and it's another 4th of July weekend related topic. If you guys haven't figured it out by now, it's Joey Chestnut, baby. Joseph Hot Dog himself,
the Glizzy god,
crushed it once again.
Joey Hot Dogs,
dude. Oh, like how he was on pace after the first 4 minutes or whatever. It's a 10-minute competition. He was on pace for like 80. He obviously slowed down. I think he got 62. And
God,
last year,
so many hot dogs.
Well, last year he got like in the 70s, I thought, or like high 60s. And the announcers had something about, he took it easy on him this year. Like, what do you mean?
That's so many hot dogs.
That's a ton of hot dogs.
Like,
and he's won 16 out of the last 17 competitions. Like, he's gotten first. So for 16 of the last 17 years, he has been just like housing dogs, bro.
And I don't even think that this
is
is
not like the Humane Society.
Sad. I don't think that
Sarah
this.
McLachlan.
Yeah. In the arms of an angel. So good.
Back to Joey.
He does other eating competitions too, right? Like he's not exclusively just hot dogs, which is what I'm getting at, because like
I think that's
this dude's stomach is just, oh my God, it's going through it. His stomach for the last however many years he's been doing it, because he was born in '63.
What?
Yeah, I looked that up earlier. I don't know if you saw that, but I looked that up earlier. I think what I read, he was born in '63. So it's not like the youngest guy doing it. Definitely not the oldest guy doing it. But like, it's a lot of hot dogs. No matter how old you are, no matter how you cut it.
Here's what I want to know,
dogs.
right? There's some sport, like, so for instance, and yes, I'm going to call this a sport because I saw a headline on ESPN, is Joey Chestnut one of the greatest athletes of all time? Find me another professional athlete from another sport that can, like, get close to what he does.
Well, I'd say that there's an argument for that because you have to condition.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't just
train.
go, like, my stomach could not just go out and eat 63 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
You couldn't eat 10 hot dogs in 10 minutes, Keaghan.
No, probably not.
You'd be hurting.
Oh, dude, I'd be hurt.
You'd be like a hot dog a minute is crazy.
You would see an entire whole hot dog come out.
I can do a hot dog a minute for 3 minutes, maybe. I could definitely do 3 hot dogs in 10 minutes. I
could do 4. I could do 4 hot dogs in 5 minutes. We'll say 4 and 5.
I'm only seeing hot dog eating.
So maybe he is only hot dog.
Yeah, but anyway, what I was gonna say is
that's fine. Still though, gotta train. I mean, X amount of weeks out, you got to be shoving glizzies down your throat or something.
Considering that on the edit that part, clip that. Assuming that hot dog eating is a sport, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna go with that thought.
Mm-hmm.
I know how kids get into football. It's one of the biggest sports in America. They see it and they're like, I want to try it. Same with basketball, soccer, one of the biggest sports in the world. Or like even with smaller sports that aren't as popular, like you had a sibling or a relative or a friend that played it and you got into it that way, right? Like,
sure.
How the hell do you get into hot dog eating, dude? Like as a kid, you got to be a kid that just loves food, and at the state fair, you're like, yep, I'm going to enter the pie eating contest, or yep, I'm going to enter the hot dog eating, and then you just fall in love with it? What is there to love other than the bragging rights, which
that's
only
probably
go so far?
That's probably how it starts.
I'm sure that's how it starts. But like, how do
Honestly.
you fall in love with that, man? Because he's even said like, no, the next 48 hours after competition are hell. My wife can't
yeah.
stand to be around me because I stink. Like, what? Where's
I mean,
the glory?
hey,
I guess the $500K a year.
every
he makes,
journey has to come with sacrifice,
or
right?
whatever it
So
is.
like, yeah, there's gonna be pain, but that's your sport-specific pain.
Yeah, but like,
All other sports have pain. That's his pain.
yeah, but like in lacrosse,
That's his cross to bear.
And-
Joey Hot Dogs. That is your cross to bear.
in lacrosse though, like I take a slash to the arm, hurts.
Yeah.
Then I go get a goal, worth it. Then we win the game, double worth it. Ooh, I ate 80 hot dogs and beat everyone else, but now I'm literally hurting from the inside out to the worst degree, and I'm on the toilet, can't get it out. I'm throwing up for next 2 days. I reek of hot dog
but you
water.
only have to.
Like,
but
it's just terrible.
well, think about it. He said that only happens for what 2 days after the competition, right?
Man, I don't know.
So, the trade-off is definitely there. I mean, for a lacrosse season,
Is it? It's not. For
I
me.
think for a lacrosse season, you're doing that
Yes.
for multiple months, taking slashes and all that stuff, taking checks, taking hits. He's taking not even an hour out of his day. He's taking 10 minutes to shove 60 some odd hot dogs down his throat. How many grand did you say?
I think he makes like $500K a year.
So yeah. Well, I wanted to know off the specific competition
Oh,
because I mean the trade-off's definitely there.
Joey Chestnut
Eat high 60s hot dogs
for winning.
in 10 minutes. Even if you win $100,000, that's still worth it. Spend the next 2 days in pain, and then after that, you're fine. Drink your weight in Pepto-Bismol, and you're fine.
I don't see directly unless this link takes me to it. I don't see directly how much he makes off that competition, but the synopsis of the article is saying between $250,000 and $500,000 per year from winning competitions and sponsorship deals.
Oh, okay.
In addition to his winnings and sponsor money, Chestnut has his own line of condiments for hot dogs, brats, sausages, wings. And
Oh, yeah, he
sandwiches.
does. I actually have some of his stuff in the fridge. I have his Nashville hot chicken stuff in the fridge.
Shout out you, Hoosier horror hero. You're the man.
And where was he
Joey
born?
Hot
He was
Dogs.
born up north, right? He was born north Indiana, Fort Wayne, Crown Point.
Something like that. I'm going to look this up, and it's going to be like, he's not from Indiana.
No, he is. I saw it in a video.
I know he is. Hometown. Westfield, Indiana, baby.
Oh, Westfield.
wait,
yeah,
wait,
Westfield
wait,
zone.
wait.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's what I read in that post this morning. That's right. You are correct, good sir.
Yeah, but he was born in Vallejo, California.
Oh,
He's
well,
30.
he was probably born there.
He's
then.
39 years old.
What?
He's 39 years old.
Oh, well then my information was not right. That
November-
I looked up earlier.
November 20. JoeyChestnut.com. Born November 25th, 1983. I think is what I'm seeing here. Yep.
Oh, right on. I saw 63, so I was off. My bad.
Yeah, when you said 63, I was like, that's just.
Yeah,
can't
I was
be
like,
right.
man, he looks younger.
That's why I
than that,
really
but
didn't
That's okay.
entertain that statement. I was like, nah, you're just wrong, but that's fine.
That's
It'll
fine.
Come out later.
I'll be wrong. I don't give a shit. Somebody's got to be.
All right. Well, that's all I got on that. But I do have a surprise for us. If you'll go over to the desk and grab those little treats, we're going to try something out here. Haha.
Yeah, well, great. Yeah, all right. So, in honor of Joey,
Being the Indiana hometown hero, putting on for 16 of the last 17 years,
yeah, being the hometown horror hero that he is,
providing us with horrific feats of athleticism.
I have made us some glizzies, a glizzy each. But we're not just going to be enjoying a glizzy. We're going to time ourselves. Number one, against each other. Number two, just to see how fast we can eat a glizzy.
Joey Chestnut style.
Joey Chestnut style, like competition style. So, hold on, before we go through this. They take, do they separate? Do they separate bun from dog? And they dunk bun, eat dog, eat bun, dunk bun, eat bun?
Probably. I think they're on
Or
separate plates.
Or are we just going?
I say we just fucking dunk and eat, freaking dunk and eat. But like, I don't want to do it at all.
I mean, I'm kind of excited. I can't lie to you. I'm kind of.
Have you ever tasted a wet hot dog bun?
No. Well, I mean, I've tasted.
Cheers, brother.
I've tasted soggy turkey sandwich bread, so I'm sure it's close to the same. Like Days on the Lake and shit.
Okay. You're horribly mistaken.
All right, so are we timing? You
Yeah.
gotta pull up a timer. Get a timer up.
All right.
All right, so we're just going as fast as we can, right? You're gonna hit start, and then do we want to go when the clock hits 3 so you have time to readjust? Hell, I need time to readjust. Here,
Go when it hits 5.
Go when it hits 5. All right,
Yeah.
we'll have a 5-second countdown.
All right.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I feel bad.
That was 46 seconds minus 5. So put me at 41 seconds for a whole glizzy consumed. That was disgusting. Number one. You get like the soggy sweet bread mixed with the salty meat. It doesn't help that halfway you go.
Bro, I told you how. So I got stuck because I dipped half my hot dog, right? And it's just sopping wet, and I bit it. And I was like, this is disgusting. I can't do it this way. And then I put the whole other half in my mouth, and then I had a piece of hot dog about this long that I couldn't maneuver to where I could bite it, and I was like, I'm going to choke. I'm going to choke live on air on a hot dog.
Otto just realized that we were eating without him.
Oh, my
I can't put
God.
that back there. That's disgusting. All right, we're going to take a quick second to clean ourselves up, and then we'll be back. We're back.
Oh, my goodness, dude. That was
something else.
I have so much more respect. That is a sport.
That
Is a sport.
Yeah,
That is a sport.
it's a sport. That was a lot of chewing power.
I
Like, you really got to chomp.
I take it back. I could not do 10 of those. And I think
No.
Nathan's are going to be bigger than that, right? Just a little bit?
No, I mean, they're relatively the same size.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty
Well,
much the
still,
same size.
I could not do 10 in 10 minutes. Nope. I can't chew it fast enough.
No, yeah, and that's the thing is, like, chewing that is, like, the bread is easy because, like, when you dunk it and you put
The
it in your
bread
mouth and
goes-
you bite, you take one swallow and all the bread is gone. So
Right.
then you're just sitting there chewing a hot dog.
They probably do it separate because I think they're dunking and just putting
I think
wieners
they
in their mouth,
grab
and then
off of a pile of
Putting
made
wieners in
ones,
their mouth.
putting wieners in your mouth.
Got him.
I think that what they did, like, don't they reach off a plate of made ones and then they kind of deconstruct them themselves, and he goes
Yeah, I think
dunk,
it-
eat, and then
yeah.
eats the hot
He
dog,
grabs
and then
the
he
hot dog,
doesn't go
just
again
like,
until yeah.
eats the hot dog like that and then swallows
Yeah,
it. And
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
probably would have made it easier, and maybe I could get 10 that way, but I'm going to say now, as of now, if that's how I had to do it, no way.
I mean, that one took me 41 seconds to eat. You were not far behind.
Yeah,
But I was done
probably
at
around 50.
41, and you were done around 50. And you know,
That's
keeping that pace for like another 3 hot dogs, that's hard.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's a lot of chewing. I need a Jawser size for that. You know what I mean? Those Jawser size, like
The little
those
they're
bite
like
pieces.
rubber ball
Yeah.
things.
Need one of those for
You
that.
think those are a gimmick?
No, dude, they work.
Well, hold on. They probably build strength and like endurance, but like, what the hell do you, as a human, what do you need jaw strength and endurance for?
Just from what I've read, it just
Does it
it
help?
just helps with your face makeup. It gets rid
It
of
looks
like a double chin.
It helps you look like it gets
Yeah,
you.
get your jawline back. Because
I don't
just from
believe
what
it.
I've read and from what I've looked up about them is like apparently because the majority of our diet is now like so soft, our facial structure and face muscles have changed, and so that's what that does is like if you use the Jawser size thing, it gets your face and your jaws muscles like activated and strengthened.
Get that Steve Kerr jawline.
Dude, we should get some, and we should like try them out and see if we can spot a difference. We should try them out, like do it as it's instructed for like a month, and then kind of like take before and after pictures of the face and the jaw and see if it works.
You have to shave.
Yeah, I'll shave. That's
Okay.
fine.
I was gonna say, like, you want to see a result, you have to shave.
No, that's fine. I'll shave for the before, and then we'll let it grow. I'll let it grow, and we'll maintain while we do it for that month. And then when we get the after pictures, I'll shave again, so it's like hopefully a really big difference.
In theory. All right. Well, shout out you, Joey. Much more respect for that. That was
a lot of respect.
That's tough.
A lot of respect.
That's tough. 62 in 10 minutes is wild. That's more than a hot dog every 10 seconds. That's like a hot dog 0.1 every 10 seconds.
It's fast. Whew. That's speed, boy. Trevor Baptiste. That's speed, boy.
All right. What do you got for me?
Let's
give me
my cake.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
From one hot dog.
I'm kidding.
This guy.
I'm kidding.
This guy.
What do I got for you?
The Delphi guy. Are you not going to talk about that?
Oh, I am.
That hot dog has really gone to your stomach, huh?
Yeah, it went straight to my head.
Straight to your head.
Straight to my head. Okay, so yeah, the next thing that we got up is the Delphi murders that happened back in 2017. So
yeah, but there's
crazy.
like recent news about it, right?
Yeah, I was just giving some backstory.
Okay. I was just making sure.
So the crazy thing about it is that back in 2017, these two girls were up in Delphi, Indiana, and they're walking along like this railroad track, and this guy is in the back of one of their videos, and you can't really see him all that well. He's wearing a hat and a jacket and pants, but you can hear in the audio that they've released through a couple different like news outlets where he says like, "All right, girls, down the hill," or something like that. So like he's talking to them while they're taking like a selfie video, and he's like coming from behind them towards the camera. And that was the last time that anybody saw him. And so when the police found the bodies, they found the footage, and they were like, well, this guy was passing him, so like it's got to be him. So they find this guy.
What was he telling them down the hill about? Like, come down the hill?
Yeah, like he was trying to get him to like, he was like ushering him. He's like, all right, down the hill. Like, come on.
Gotcha.
Here we go. We're going. So Indiana man charged for the 2017 Delphi murders confessed to their deaths according to unsealed documents. So this is from Inside Edition. So what happened was...
It was like jail phone conversations, wasn't it?
Yeah. Richard Matthew Allen was charged in 2022 for the 2017 murders of Abigail Williams, who was 13 at the time, and Liberty Berman, who was 14 at the time. Man accused of killing two Delphi, Indiana teenage girls in 2017 confessed multiple times to their murder over phone calls while he was in jail, according to recent unsealed court documents filed by prosecutors. Richard Matthew Allen, who was charged in 2022 for the 2017 Delphi murders, admitted on the public jail phone. Hey, it warms my heart to know, though, that a sick fuck that would murder some little girls is that stupid. Like, that warms my heart. Jail phone.
Good. I'm glad he did it.
Dude.
I'm glad he admitted it. I'm not glad he did the... Keep reading before I get myself in trouble.
Yeah. So he admitted on the jail phone. Get out of here. This ad. Admitted on the jail phone that he killed the girls. And he was on the phone with his wife. Mm-hmm. And he admitted multiple times that he did it. And after he admitted it a couple times, she just like hung up on him.
Damn, Shorty couldn't even hold it down for him.
No.
She said, nope, I'm snitching.
I mean, he snitched on himself. She didn't have to hold him down to shit. She was like, I'm not going to be liable for this. And she just hung up. What is that?
Where's the cheese?
You little rat. No, so yeah. So they got the footage, or not the footage, but they got the audio of him confessing to it. And so investigators had the phone call transcribed, and transcription confirms that Richard M. Allen admits that he committed the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty Berman. He admits several times within the phone call that he committed the offenses as charged. His wife, Kathy Allen, ends the phone call abruptly.
Can we?
So, yeah.
Can you? Do you have the phone call audio? Can you play that?
I don't know. I can try to find it. Let me see if they released it.
That would be crazy.
No, I can't find the telephone audio. They haven't released it, but the only thing I can find are news reports. But
And there's no direct quotes of anything he said.
no, not from what I can find. Not from this like quick search.
I want to know what this idiot said. I want to know what he had to say. Oh well, whatever. Screw him. Like I said, though, really warms my heart that like people that are that twisted are at least stupid. You know, at least they're stupid and they're gonna get caught, or they're gonna tell them themselves. Like,
Yeah, Buddy was real dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dumb to do it in the first place, and then you don't have a burner phone. You don't have, like, it's not no letter.
right? But at least we're not
You
dealing
do
with
it
like
over-
Joe from you, right? Like he's not some super.
No,
smart,
I know. Like, you don't even have a burner phone. Like,
Thank
you
God
don't write a
he's
letter. You
idiot.
do it over a 50-cent phone call that the jail gives you. Like,
That's cute. You think jail calls are 50 cents?
whatever it is, dude. I've never been to jail.
Me
I don't know.
neither.
That's why I don't know. So, yeah.
Had a homie.
What an
in jail.
idiot. What an idiot.
Thank God.
Good that he got caught, though.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I'm
and it's
saying.
good that
Warms
they
my
got
heart.
the right person, because, I mean, we got him. You know, I mean, that's all there is to it.
Mission
So that-
accomplished.
So that was an interesting development in that story, because for a while they didn't know who did it. They were trying to identify who was in the video. They finally convicted him, and then now it appears that the conviction was correct. So
Nice.
justice shall be served, I'm sure, and that's just a new development there.
Good.
Hopefully one that gives a lot of people a lot of closure.
Yeah, hopefully.
So,
I mean, thoughts and prayers and all the love in the world to those little girls' family, and I hope that, this gives you guys some solitude, some closure, something.
yeah, I hope it helps in some way. I don't know how, and I don't know
yeah.
if it will, but I hope
mean,
it does in some way.
That's all you can ask for.
Yep.
Another sort of weird murder mystery story. This one's out in Utah, though.
Okay.
So there's a mother of 3 from Utah, and I think she's like 30-something, mid-30s maybe. Let's see what this says here. This is not telling me her age, but yeah, I think she's about mid-30s. She's a Utah mother of 3, and she she is most notably famous for writing a children's book
Okay.
that teaches children how to cope with grief. And she wrote it for her 3 kids after the death of her late husband.
Okay.
Haha. Plot twist. I hope it's in the book. She killed her husband,
Oh.
gave him a fatal dose of fentanyl.
Oh.
Like, diabolical, dude. For why? I don't know. Reasons are unknown. As far as my research goes. Corey Richens knelt on her head and cried as a detective testified about authorities finding her husband dead and cold to the touch, and prosecutors argued the evidence against her was strong enough to deny her bail. So she's been denied bail, and she's kind of playing like the damsel in distress, the widow, like, oh, I lost my husband, and she's trying to play the card of like, I wrote this book out of, because of the circumstances that I've been in, and I was hoping to make something positive out of it, but like,
Yeah, but you killed him.
yeah, right. Like she's trying to play that she didn't. So here's what's going. Here's the catch-22. She's being sued. Not the catch-22. God, I gotta get better with words. Anyway, here's the gist of
Idiot.
it. Wrong. She's being sued by her late husband's estate for theft, wrongful death, misappropriation, fraud, and more. It's a total of $13 million in settlement money on 18 different charges and accounts.
Yeah. Have fun never
Like-
seeing your mom again.
Dude, your mom killed your dad, so now you don't get to see either parent ever again. Talk about trauma.
Yeah, your life's wrecked. Hope she wrote a book for that.
Let's move on, though. These topics are a little grim. I'm getting a little
I'm getting a little bummed out.
worn out with them.
Getting a little
Let's
bummed
move on to
out.
something more positive. USA Lacrosse.
USA Lacrosse,
Right before
baby.
4th of July weekend. How great is that?
Yep.
brought home the gold.
Nothing screams freedom like winning gold.
World Lacrosse Championships, hosted in California this year.
Yeah, they were in San Diego.
And USA brought home the gold, defeated Canada. I think it's always been USA and Canada for like the last however many years running that they've done
Pretty
this
much.
in
They
the
are the
finals.
two most dominant field
And it wasn't until like
teams.
fairly recently that we started beating Canada. Canada used to always give it to us.
Yeah,
and a lot of people
Canada's always good.
A lot of people don't know this, but like their summer national sport, or like I think might even be their national.
I think it's
sport.
their national.
Yeah,
sport.
it's lacrosse. It's not like it's bigger than hockey up there, to a degree.
Yeah,
I think
just as big, if not bigger.
Yeah,
we'll put it that way.
Whatever. But yeah, so another thing that's cool about those before we dive into like the games part of it, but like shout out Coach Skip.
Yeah.
Our
shout out Coach Skip Lickfist.
Our former college coach, Skip Lickfist, U.S. Lacrosse Hall of Fame, played at Washington and Lee.
Yep.
Washington and Lee back in like what, the 70s, 80s?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's when he was in college.
Probably the 80s.
Yeah.
70s, 80s.
And he was, D1 All-American, played in a couple Final Fours, I think. Yeah. And went on to play what was the beginning of the pros.
The pro league at the time is where he went to play.
Yeah. So he's like a true pioneer of the game, like a real old head. The guys that we all grew up looking up to, they all grew up looking up to him.
Him and his generation.
Which is super cool.
And the Petros.
And he's now
all those guys.
So I say former Hanover coach because he left his position as a head coach at Hanover where he started the program.
Yep.
He actually recruited the both of us. But he left that for the position. I think his title is head of player development.
Yeah.
So he's like handpicking the roster and he's in charge of.
He's the talent spotter.
Yeah.
He is like the scout.
Yeah.
He looks at guys and he's like, we need him. He puts the huge hand in putting the roster together, scouting talent, doing all that stuff.
Yep.
And it was cool too because the other day on their Instagram they put a story up of like post practice or pre practice,
and he
catches a pass lefty and rips it from like I don't know 13, 14 out, and he like turns around and I mean he hits pipe, you can hear it, and he turns around like in a good way.
I think he caught it. He either caught it righty and switched.
He did.
Left,
he caught righty,
left,
switched left, and then shot left and hits.
And he
rings pipe.
He made a. The only reason that's pertinent is because he made a freaking comment. Like you see how
he turns around and he goes, "Notice how I switched hands there." It's like, yeah, coach, we get it.
Man, dude,
classic Skip.
Come on.
He's like, notice how I did like the absolute right textbook thing here, and you didn't. It's like, yeah thanks, coach. I understand, dude. I'm bad. I get it.
He had a special way of letting you know he cared about you, and it was by telling you exactly how bad you are.
You choked, Hopkins.
He didn't even say my name. He just walked past me.
He just said you choked.
Yeah, so throwback freshman year lacrosse, then we'll get into the World Games because this doesn't matter. But freshman year lacrosse for me of college, coach made me a starter, mistake number 1. At attack, mistake number 2. And I'm a midi through and through. He throws me at attack. I'm getting eaten up by these long poles. It's our first game of the year, my first college game ever, and it's against Sinner, they're no like mediocre opponent. They're a solid lacrosse team.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid was just eating me up all game. But I had a couple like breakaway one-on-one opportunities between me and the goalie, and I did the same thing all 3 times. Just yoink, caught, turned, shut, like waved at him, was like, "I'm shooting eye to high. Here you go." Like then just can of corn, like didn't put anything on it. It was awful, man. And after the game, coach walks by me in the locker room and he just got his head down. He's still steaming, right after he got done ripping all of us in the team room. And I'm taking my pads off and I'm just like head down, all sad, like bummed out, just wet the bed in front of all the homies, in front of my grandparents. Coach just walks by. "You fucking choke, kid." And just kept it pushing. Didn't stop, didn't look at me, and never once brought it up again.
Brought it back up.
Nope.
No.
Never talked to me.
That's just one of those things that you say in passing, and you know that they heard you, and you just let it go.
Yeah, but he didn't even talk about that game to me ever again.
Yeah. No.
Never like, "Hey, like I know your first game didn't go as well as maybe you'd hoped and we had hoped, but like here's how we can get better from it." And like after that, I had a very tough time.
Oh man,
with me and Skip's dynamic and relationship after that. But I think obviously near the end, he didn't want to leave on bitter terms with anyone. Like we made our peace, we're fine. I have nothing but respect and admiration for the guy.
That's hilarious.
We have our differences, and we have stories and moments like that. But I think
choked, kid.
I think he's got stories just like that with everyone. But that's my point about that's his way of letting you know he cares about you. Like when he said, "You fucking choke, kid."
Oh, dude, it's all
what
passion.
he really meant was, "Hey, man, like I really believe in you."
Yeah,
and that's why I put you out there like
I
this.
had and have high
And you
hopes
really
for
let me down, but like I hope you also let yourself down. I hope you're not okay with this because you're better than this, and I think you can be. I want you to do better than this.
Yeah.
And his way of saying that and trying to get that emotion out of you is
It's different.
it's different.
my one skip story of how it's different, and we were playing St. Vincent, and it was my freshman year.
Mhm.
When we were playing St. Vincent, I was out with a high ankle sprain that was borderline hairline fracture in my ankle. So I'm in a boot, and I'm on the sideline, and I'm like down at the other end of the bench. I'm not by the box because I didn't want to like clutter up the box area, and it was one of the worst. Like one of the absolute worst showings of lacrosse I've ever seen, and by us, like, and it's just atrocious, dude. It looked like we had never like thrown with each other before. Like we're throwing passes all over the place. I remember Joe let like 3 shots on crease fly like over the goalie's cage, like just doorstep. Like all you have to
Let
do
me
is
guess
fake
how he
and
did
finish.
it. Let me guess. He threw the leg kick down here and then just yoinked it.
And it was all of them.
over the crossbar.
And it was all of them, dude. And he had 3 clean looks, and it was like kick and sail. So nobody's having a good game, though. Sorry, Joe. I don't mean to dog on you, but nobody's having a good game, right?
I meant it.
It was definitely in the second half. Skip had just ripped us a new one at halftime about how much we suck, and he coaches grade schoolers that are better than us. And we get back out there, not even 3 minutes in, we're doing the same shit. He's like, you know what? I literally can't watch this anymore. That's what he said. And he's at the box with Coach Kneebone.
I know this story now.
And he walks all the way down the bench, and I'm at the very end of the bench. Walks all the way down the bench, and Noodle and I are sitting there, and we're like, dude, what is he doing? Like, is he leaving? Like, is he going to the bus? Like, is that how bad this is getting, that he just has lost all faith and he's going to the bus? No, worse. He walks probably 10 yards past the end of the bench, and he lays down on his front, hat on, glasses on, whole nine, just lays down on his front and puts his head in the dirt like this. And he laid face down like this for the better part of the third or fourth quarter, whichever it was. I mean, it's not like he was just down there. Like, it's not like he did it and then was like, oh, I'm kind of overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
No, he did it, and he was down there for a good 10 minutes. And I was like, whoa.
And again, this is the same guy that
This is crazy.
handpicks the talent out of the best players in the world, and he started a program from nothing in BFE Indiana,
Yeah.
and recruited kids from the
I mean, I can totally understand his frustration.
recruited kids from the backyard who had 2 left feet and hands with no thumbs. Like,
Yeah, I totally understand his frustration.
we were bottom of the barrel as far as what he's seen in the world of lacrosse.
We're a bunch of Alabama kids, dude. We're running around out there with 11 toes and no hands, you know what I'm saying? It's just bad. It's all bad.
Tough.
All bad.
Tough.
We thought we were pretty decent, and then he's over here laying on the ground. It's like, yeah, no, we suck.
All right, let's stop talking about us. Let's get into the damn USA team. They tremendous job. They were like 1 seed the whole way through.
Yeah.
Did they lose a game?
I don't think so.
They lost a game.
I do believe we were undefeated, just like in World Wars.
Also, you know who really impressed me throughout that tournament?
Who?
Japan. They went on
man.
a wild run.
Japan was awesome.
Has historically, from what I've seen, not been a good lacrosse team in the World Games, mostly because they're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are smaller guys in USA and Canada and how do you say it? Formerly the Iroquois, now the
Haudenosaunee,
yeah.
I think is how you say it.
Yeah. Like those, they've got big, strong, fast guys.
Yeah.
But Japan finally found a way to make their short, little, shifty game style work.
They did, and I think that the popularity of the PLL in Japan, because if you look at the PLL's markets, I mean, it's huge in Japan. Like, people love the PLL in Japan. That's why they did that whole, what was it, last year? They did the Japan circuit of games. right? Where they had the Japanese version of jerseys and the helmets and all that stuff. And a couple of the guys went to Japan and they played some pro games in Japan to like grow the game.
I knew they did a little like game series in Japan, but I did not know that
they did like the custom jerseys and like all this different stuff that were like PLL black and yellow jerseys, I believe.
Wow.
But yeah, no, cool, very cool process, and it's cool seeing Japan be able to come up like that.
Why is this not working?
Especially with the growing presence of.
All right, here we go. Yeah, USA went 4-0. They played more than 4 games. What?
Yeah, that's just the bracket.
Schedule results. Here we go.
There were like the casual group play games too.
Here we go. Well,
weren't there?
There were what?
Like the casual group play games.
Pool play.
Pool play. They had like 2 of those.
They did have
2 or 3, and then
they did
tournament time.
So yeah, the Haudenosaunee, is that how you say it?
I believe so. Yeah.
I'm probably butchering that.
We're trying our best here. We're trying our best.
Yeah, that's an actual topic that I do care about. Just trying to get that one right, especially because of the roots of lacrosse. Like they're the inventors of it. That's so cool. But so on that note, them being the inventors of it, it's wild that they seem to they just always fall short, man.
Yeah.
I would love for them to be in the championship game just once.
Oh, dude, I'd love for them to be there every time. And
maybe they have been too, and I just didn't.
Damn near win it.
I don't know about it, but like I would love to see it.
Like if the U.S. isn't going to win that gold medal, I would love it to be them. Sorry, Canada, but I would love it to be them. It's their game. They created it. It's the creator's game. They didn't create it. The creator created it and gave it to them.
Yeah.
And
it's a sport from God.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see them in the final, for sure. And to see them in the final often and to win. That'd be sweet. The other thing, too, about that team that's pretty cool is the fact that Zed Williams, who is he's an attackman by trade and professionally.
Yeah.
And then he plays in the PLL as well. He plays for the Whip Snakes. But he was playing long pole with a traditional stick.
Which is defense.
Yeah, which is defense. He's playing with a legitimate traditional wooden stick, which was sweet. And then to make it even sweeter, he's guarding, when they played the U.S. game, he's guarding his teammate, Matt Rambo.
Yeah, which honestly is kind of smart, too, because he knows his tendencies.
Exactly.
Assuming he has the proper defensive skills and IQ,
exactly.
Right?
And
which
I mean,
I'm sure he does. He's
Zed Williams is massive. He's like 6'4", 230. He's a big boy. And he's not fat big. No. Zedzilla is ripped, bro.
Zedzilla.
He is, man. He's Zedzilla. So that was cool to see. It's cool to see him doing what he needs to do for the team to have success.
Team USA has an overall record in the World Lacrosse Championship Series games of 73-4. So I don't think that they lost this year.
No, they didn't.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I know that. I know for a fact that they didn't lose this year.
But we did beat Canada in the finals for the gold medal. That was incredible.
Yes, awesome.
Super good game to watch too.
It was.
And it wasn't just like a blowout game. It was really competitive. It was good back and forth action.
It was neck and neck.
And then the ending kind of provided a lot of controversy. But I think you and I are kind of on the same page. I don't think it should be
the ending in what regard?
The finals MVP.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I don't think it should
be a topic, dude, but it is.
So it is a topic, and I didn't think it was a topic until I started looking at like stuff online, and I started looking at comment sections. I started looking at headlines, and I'm like, why is this a narrative in lacrosse? But it's number one, not a narrative in football. It's not a narrative in basketball.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so what we're talking about for some context here is the fact that you have Brennan O'Neill, who is a USA player. Right.
Hold on.
But he's still in college.
Yeah, let me touch on this because I'm a Duke fan.
He's a Duke fan and he plays for Duke.
This guy's a Duke player.
Take this part and then I'll take the next.
Traditionally, Team USA picks 1, 2, 3, 4 sometimes college players to be on the team.
Guys that they know are going to be
guys that they know are going to be next up in the pros, like they're going to make an impact, and they want to get them out on that level, let them represent the country. Yep. Even if they don't play, they usually roster 1 or 2.
Yep.
There's been a year or two where they haven't, and it's been only professional players. This year, though, huge honor. Brennan O'Neill was the only collegiate player to represent Team USA.
Yep.
I believe some other teams had some college players on them. Some other
countries had high school kids.
Yeah.
Jamaica
places like Jamaica
and Uganda had high school kids for sure.
Probably have to.
Yeah.
which is crazy.
That one kid for Jamaica was a stud, by the way. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but that kid's a stud. He's a problem. He's going to Air Force. Shout out. I can't remember your name, but that kid's legit. Continue.
Brennan O'Neill, handpicked by Coach Skip to play on Team USA. He was the only college player to represent, and he then got to keep playing for his college coach, which I'm sure added to his success in the tournament.
Oh, 100%.
Danowski.
Coach Danowski having him on your sideline and knowing your tendencies already.
Also the Duke men's coach, and he's the head coach of Team USA, has been for a while. So
that helped.
Keep going, though.
So, yeah, I mean, you get Brennan O'Neill, who is college age. I mean, he's coming into the
going
pros.
into his junior year.
I think he's going into his senior year.
Yeah,
I think he's going into his senior year.
Okay, I think you're right.
Going into his senior year, which is crazy to think about, because then you've got guys like Captain America, Tom Schreiber, who are legitimate grown men. And then you've got Brennan O'Neill, who's 21, 22.
Yeah, but he's a legitimate grown man.
No, I know he is. I mean, he's a freak. I mean, he's not built like, he's not scrawny. He's pull up a picture. We'll put a picture in here. He's a big dude.
Put a picture in here. Throw his weight up on.
So the whole controversy is the fact that he got the MVP after USA won gold, right?
Yeah, on 15 goals and 5 assists, so 20 total points.
20
points
total
in lacrosse are the culmination of assists and goals.
Yes. So those are his numbers, right?
Right.
There is a case to be made that Austin Stotts, and it's not even a case to be made because he did. Austin Stotts for the Haudenosaunee, he had more goals, more assists.
He had like 38 or 39 points, and only 8 or 9 of it. It was like 30 goals and then 8, 9 assists. Yeah.
Yes. So his on paper stats were tremendously better.
Sure.
But in other sports, you don't give the MVP to the losing team or to anybody that's just not, for whatever reason, that's just not how it works.
Right.
The MVP always goes to the most valuable player, and then it is understood of the winning team. Like, that should be in parentheses behind MVP.
Well, so specifically for me,
but it makes sense.
I can't find a picture where he looks like as big as he is, but
because you can't be the most valuable player on you can be the most valuable player on a losing team, but you're not the MVP. You're not the MVP. You didn't win.
Brennan O'Neill, 6'2", 225. Couldn't find a good picture of his build.
That's fine.
That did it justice. 6'2",
Just
225.
look him up.
He's
and
huge.
You can see him.
He's a man amongst boys. He's the best player in the nation for college. That's why he was on the team. That's why he was the finals MVP.
That's why he won the tournament.
He stepped up, and he's the reason Team USA won that final game. Like, hands down. He had like 5 goals or some shit.
Yeah, I think he had 5.
5 of his 20 points in that final game. I don't know.
And they only scored 10 points.
I'm sure, and I'm sure Austin Stotts had, quite a few points himself. But
he had hat
to
tricks.
your point, finals MVP usually goes to the finals winner and the best player, or the one who shined the best in the finals, right? If this was like a regular season thing, like if this was the PLL regular season and these were the ending stats, yeah, you give it to Stotts because Stotts contributed to winning just as much.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I would. There's no way to like say this to where you don't throw a little shade, but like Canada's roster was fine, very good.
Yeah,
he had plenty of help around him.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously.
What? What are you talking about? Canada.
Oh, sorry. You're right. Stotts played for the Haudenosaunee.
Yeah,
Haudenosaunee. So that's the biggest reason they probably didn't win MVP of the tournament. You didn't make the finals. You didn't make the final round.
Yeah, no.
Team USA's team is way better than the Haudenosaunee, like talent-wise, right? Mm-hmm. They might not play. They play similarly, right, in terms of team play, but talent-wise, Team USA they've got more star power,
star-studded,
right?
Literally
so
star-studded.
You would look at that. It'd be like comparing, the dream team to, I don't know,
like the 96 Bulls.
Yeah, something like that. Like you've still got star power on those 96 Bulls, but the dream team.
But the dream team is the dream team.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to make is, if it was regular season, yeah, Stotts was more impressive because he he carried his team more than Brendan O'Neill had to. Brendan O'Neill didn't have to perform like he did in the finals every game.
Right.
Because Rob
you're
Pennell
gonna
would
get, you're
step
gonna
up.
get
Schreiber would
goals
step up.
everywhere on
Yeah.
that team.
Like, that's the whole thing. That's why
Yeah.
he only had 20 points, because he didn't need to have that more than that.
Yeah, their guys made up for it.
Exactly. So if it was regular season award, Stotts is the MVP.
Yeah.
But because this is
Condensed.
Yeah, this is essentially the NBA Finals. Like, and there's a NBA regular season award.
Yeah.
That's an MVP, and it went to Jokic.
Yeah. No,
Or,
I mean,
it went to Embiid, and then Finals MVP. Embiid, you didn't play in the finals.
yes.
So you're not gonna.
That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. And I'm glad that you made that comparison, because
I don't understand why
I
it's
was
an
trying
argument.
to find a way to do that, and that's the perfect way to make that comparison. Because there's no regular season. Austin Stott, sorry, you don't get it, because this is a legitimate.
This is about This is about the championship. This is the World Lacrosse Championship.
Yeah,
That's what this whole tournament
it's
is
not
called.
the World Lacrosse League.
Yeah, this isn't a season. This took place over 2 weeks. You guys played games back to back to back to back to back.
Bingo. You nailed it. You nailed it right on the head right there. That's the argument that shuts down the Austin Stott
If
stuff.
they did
That's the one.
if they did
And his performance was incredible.
right.
Like, I'm not taking that away from him, but
If there was,
MVP.
so the tournament MVP goes to whoever shined the best in the championship game on the winning team.
Mm-hmm.
If they had two separate awards, if they had a championship game MVP and then a tournament MVP,
Yeah,
the tournament MVP would go to Stotts.
exactly.
There's only one,
But there's only one.
just like there's only one trophy.
Yep.
I mean, there's gold, there's silver, and there's bronze.
Yep.
But like,
Well, I'm glad we're on the same side of that, because the way that
man.
you just displayed that out is exactly why there's no real argument for Stotts.
yeah,
You just weren't on the winning team. Had you been on the winning team, dude, that trophy's yours, locked up. Put it in your case, take it home. We'll have it shipped to you before the game even fucking starts.
damn straight.
But like, it's just not how it played out.
Yeah. And I'm sure someone out there would make the case of like, oh, well, Jerry West didn't win the finals and he still won Finals MVP, but he still played in the finals.
Yeah.
But he still played in the finals.
Yeah.
There's not a knock on you, Stotts.
No,
You're a
not at all.
baller.
You are an absolute baller.
But you weren't in the game, so like that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep, that's it. That's the way she works.
way it goes. What do they say?
Great comparison, though.
Rick and Morty. Thank you.
Great comparison, though, because I really was trying to find a good way to relate that back, and I was like, why? Like, where is it? What's the connection? And that's it. That's the one.
It's that.
That's the one.
Yep.
Good shit. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, dude, this was cool. This was fun.
It was fun.
You want to do it again, like next week or something?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
so-
Of course I do.
Well, we don't.
Of course I do.
Didn't sound like it. Before we head out, though, I do want to give a quick shout out to one of our local homies. His name's Aaron Marshall. Probably doesn't ring any bells to you guys. Better known as Double A.
Double A, baby.
Owner of Naptown Thrift. We'll throw their logo up so you know what they look like.
Yep.
Follow him on Instagram. It's Double A Naptown Thrift, and then he's got a separate page. Naptown Thrift is the business page.
Mhm.
It's a local resale vintage shop, so he thrifts, handpicks all these old garments, right? Like T-shirts, sweatshirts, jerseys, jackets, hoodies. It's all like 90s and 80s, 70s fashion.
Yep.
It's really cool. He's got a really unique style, really unique take on the vintage scene, and he just crushes it. And he started this business from a storage unit
From storage units, yeah.
while he was in college.
Yeah.
At Butler.
You went to the storage units, right?
Mhm.
I
The
only
OGs.
went once with
He just
Ange and
had-
Sam.
Yeah, so my first experience was with Ange and Sam, and it was their first time meeting Aaron as well.
Ange and Sam are friends of ours that own the Come Up Shop. They owned the Come Up Shop in
Yes.
Evansville. It was a dope place.
Right
But
here, baby.
They were all connected through the thrift threads.
Yeah,
See what I did there?
it's cute.
Thanks.
So yeah, first time we all met him was I was their intern at the Come Up Shop.
Yeah.
During my senior year of high school, and Ange was my travel lacrosse coach, and that's how we became good friends. Was through
Mhm.
those, and I remember they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go spend the weekend up there, and we'll be back later on Monday. So like, we're gonna close up the shop. You don't have to show up for work." And I was like, "Damn, that'd be sick to go." And they were like, "Well, you can come, but like we figured you'd have school because we're leaving on Friday and we won't be back till later on Monday, so you'd miss Friday and Monday." And I was like,
Yeah.
well, let me talk to my.
Let me see what I can do.
So I talked to my grandparents. I was like, "Come on, like it'd be a cool business trip. I'd get to learn like the tricks of the trade. I'd get to learn how negotiations go and like, blah, blah, like just selling it." And it was just a fucking weekend.
And it's a great networking experience.
Just a weekend of chilling, chiefing, and looking at sick clothes, dude. And I'll never forget when I went back and told my grandparents that later. They were just like, "Of course it was."
Of course.
Yeah, like digging through nasty Goodwill bins too, dude.
Dude, the bins are sick though.
Yeah, but you gotta like wear Kevlar gloves
yeah.
because you might poke a needle or something.
Bins are cool, but yeah, no. Back to Naptown because he's
started
he's
out
got
of
a
a
good thing
storage
going.
unit, literally with like stacked cinder blocks and metal rods that he just found as like spare parts to make shelves and racks and stuff, and had like 4 units, 2 next to each other, and then they were across the hall, so it was like a big U-shape storage unit.
And you just walked there, and it was so much.
It was
inventory.
awesome, dude. He crushed it, and then he turned it into a storefront over off of, I think it's 56th over in Keystone.
I'm not sure of where the location is.
I think it's 56th. It's in that range, 54th, 58th, somewhere in there. I think it's 56th though, over in Keystone. And he started it, and he gets all kinds of help from his girl and, well, now wife, not girlfriend, now wife.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe. Yeah. And his mom and his dad are a huge help to him, and they just give him all the love and support in the world to help him chase his dream. And it's just the coolest thing, dude.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
It's always been cool.
So go check him out. Follow him on Instagram. Download his music on whatever music platform you use to listen to. It's double A, literally the word double and the letter A. If you can't figure that out,
yep. It's not like double A batteries. It's not 2 A's. It's double A.
But we'll play one of his songs here as we pack up and head out.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us use it, dog. Thanks for letting us use your music.
Yeah. Shout out. Good music. Good guide. Good clothes. We'll bang it on the way out.
This is featuring Ollie Buckets, who's also an Evansville rapper.
Yes.
He's moved up to Indy though.
Yes. All right. We're out.
Next time.
Thanks, everybody.
You crazy. All they say, motherfucker, you crazy. Big dream, never living fugazi. You crazy. Shout at every motherfucker that play me. Big dream, never living fugazi. Look, you crazy. All they say, motherfucker, you crazy. Big dream, never living fugazi. Want it all and you really can't blame me. You crazy. Shout at every motherfucker that play me. Big dream, never living fugazi. Naptown be the city that made me. Celebrate, elevate, yeah. Roll it up, don't hesitate, no. Had this moment, can't complain, whoa. Life is good, we live in dreams, but do not sleep on me, little Bo Peep. Don't get lost or go counting them sheeps on me. Been in a good mode, so please do not fuck it up, or I just might have to fuck you up. Don't be a dun-dun-dun, no. Leave me alone. I'm in the zone, so don't fuck up my mode. I just hustle and flow on the go. Feel like I've been on the roll. Gymnastics, I'm flexing. Most of y'all are just stretching. You can tell them I said it, no complaints. I go get it. In the end, I stay winning, so you know I'm not tripping, nah. You crazy. All they say, motherfucker, you crazy. Big dream, never living fugazi.